Ladies and gentlemen, we are having fun, we are learning, all enriching. Now it's time for business. We do a little bit of business, then we go back to general learning and having fun. If you remember, on the 29th of November, Biafra as an independent state was declared. Our referendum ended on the 28th of November. We've worked really hard to crunch the numbers, and we want to share those numbers, the information, so that not just the voters, but for the entire world who are tuned in to see the outcome of the very first self-referendum. The Biafra government did a marvelous job, moved mountains. The Biafra people are fearless. They moved mountains, both home and abroad, to get the job done.
You made it possible for us. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. I can't stop thanking you enough.
Yes, thank you, Obatobie. And thank you, NNAMDI. Thank you, Chukwokika Obasinbon. And thank you, all of you. And I thank the wonderful team that worked tirelessly to get the referendum accomplished. So, the die is cast. The die, and the die. I know you all remember the stage. We all clicked on it. And that's, you see the United States of Biafra, that's actually the link for the electronic voting. I know, especially people in the homeland, remember these cards. We all have these cards in your convention bags. Everyone has one. And we may actually use them today. Independent state of, to declare the restoration of the independent state of Biafra and Biafra exit from Nigeria. After having attained the status for a state recognition by successfully setting up functional governmental institutions required by international standards. And the question to all of us, both home and abroad, was, do you approve this proposed declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra to restore the lost sovereign nation of Biafra from Nigeria, which will be called the United States of Biafra, USB. Our jobs was simply to say yes or no. For the people that clicked no, that's fine. It is vote your conscience. The only thing we required was that for you to click a no, you tell us why. Because we needed to know, right? We are not know-it-all. So if you disagree with our position, you tell us why. The way that people grow is to listen to your opposition. Sometimes there may be sense in nonsense, and you take the bad, put it aside, trash. You take the good. So we asked, if you say no, you tell us why. You're going to have to upload your written explanation. And we record that too. So the referendum has a database. So this process occurred. We were all doing that. So for people that are not sure, referendum is really a very effective, non-violent, yet political tool that is used by civilized countries around the globe. Now you wonder, keyword, civilized countries. Can anyone remember the latest referendum? Yeah. 6. 3. Even Australia, the indigenous people of Australia, they had a referendum. You didn't hear anyone fighting. But you always hear Nigeria say, we don't have referendum in our country. No referendum in country. What does that mean? It means they are uncivilized. So then, in response to emerging existential threat facing all of us, not just Biafrans that are indigenous to Nigeria, there are other indigenous people that are suffering. But we are the only ones that have what? A backbone to stand. In response to that, our government designed a self-referendum. That self-referendum ran from from February 1 to November 28th. It ended as we were landing in Latin. The self-referendum simply tells us that we are ready for self-preservation, governance, political autonomy, and territorial integrity. The self-referendum further provides evidence that we have rejected Nigeria. There's really no going back. So, as people were voting, we know that people were having problems as well, especially people in the homeland, from intimidation to lack of resources and also lack of information. So, we did some quality tests. We took a sample of the votes. Who uploaded a photo? I did too. Yeah. So the first quality test that we did was to analyze millions of votes to see if photos were uploaded indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the result. 98% of people of voters uploaded their photos. This includes people from homeland, our brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, uncles and aunts. They uploaded their photos fearlessly. About 2% uploaded either their shoe or left it empty or their car. But the thing is, they voted yes. But they were scared. These were mostly people from homeland. They voted yes. But hello, because the instruction is upload your photos, the votes without photos did not count at that point because we wanted to know what the population is doing. Now, out of the people that did not upload the photos, uploaded something else, 99% of them, or even 100%, voted yes. A few of them voted no. That told us that, oh, they actually support the referendum, but afraid of sharing their photos. Out of the people that voted no and did not upload photos, look at it. We have just 33% that are valid no's. A valid no is when you say no, and then you upload a document and tell us, I say no because I'm a Fulani, I want one Nigeria. That's valid for you. But if you say no, and you don't upload anything, you just uploaded a plain sheet of paper without anything, then your vote is invalid. That's not the instruction. So that's what this chart is telling us. Just 33% were valid. They had their reason. Oh, my brother is a politician, I love Nigeria. They stayed, right? So now, based on this analysis, the PM approved voting without photo ID to make it easier for citizens to vote so that no one is disenfranchised. This is the power of data. You don't just wake up and do something. You sample to understand your population, and then you do what the population wanted. Because now the data told us you can actually trust your population to do the right thing. So, for those of you that all of a sudden, oh, no more, you can just go vote, no photos. There's a reason behind that. And that reason is this. So, how did we vote? More men voted than women. Yes. And I'm not even going to stand here to begin to tell you why. Because men, most of them have their cell phones. Not every man bought one for their wife. And keep going I will vote tomorrow, they go to church, they go and fetch water, they take care of it, they may not vote. So, now, we did break the voting down by states, and I will hand over to Honorable Obi.
Thank you again for being here. I am going to show our vote. Let's travel to homeland. First of all, we're going to start from Aba State. Can you see it? Aba people, I thank you all so much. This is your vote here. And you can see when you look on the left side, you're going to see on the chart almost 100%. And the way you look on the right side, you're going to see the counties, how they voted. So here I present you Aba State. Thank you, Aba. We love you guys. Here we go into Adoka State. Same thing, left, you see the percentage, the right, you see the counties and how they voted. I thank you, Adoka people. I love you guys. Your votes counted. And here we are today. So let's go to Afemai Igodomigodo State. I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, Afemai Igodomigodo State. And their votes were also counted. I thank you, people. We love you. Without you, we can never have our freedom. Because together, we make it. Thank you so much, Afemai. And we're going down to Ahoda State. Ahoda State. So Ahoda State did also marvelously well. You know, no Biafrans want to be left behind. Everybody want to go home. All of us want to go home. So Ahoda State, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your votes were counted. We go into Abakiporo State. Abakiporo State voted as well. They don't want to be left behind. So their votes were counted as well. So I say, thank you, Abakiporo State. If you're here, make some noise. So we are traveling down to Alaso, the Holy Land. The Holy Land. So Alaso said, you know what? We are in. And they were in. They voted and their votes were counted. I said, thank you, Alaso State. And we traveled down to Alauzo, the land of peace. That is Alauzo in English. The land of peace. So Alauzo people, they also said, we are Biafrans. Biafrans to vote, no matter what. And they voted. Their votes were also counted. I said, thank you so much, Alauzo State. So from Alauzo State, we traveled down to Anioma State. Beautiful land. Beautiful land. Anioma means beautiful land. So Anioma people don't want to be left behind, so they also voted. And their votes were also counted. So, Anioma people, you are Biafra. Thank you so much, Anioma. And we go down to Brahman State. So, Brahman State, you know, every day our men and our women, they try to sneak out, they lock a gate, they go vote. Brahman State did it as well. I say, thank you so much, Brahman State. So, from Brahman State, we go down, travel down to Calabar State. Beautiful state, Calabar. So, Calabar State also voted massively, and their votes were counted. Calabar State, I say thank you so much. Make some noise if you're Calabar here. Thank you so much. From Calabar, we'll go to Ebonyi State. So, Ebonyi State, you know now. So, Ebonyi State did also what others did. They voted, and their votes were counted. So, Ebonyi State, you're in. We are home. This is Biafra, they voted in Ebonyi State. I thank you so much, Ebonyi State. From Ebonyi State, we head down to our CCT. So, at CCT, Biafrans also voted. So, their votes were also counted. And I thank you so much, Biafrans in CCT Ebube. This is our Ebube. They also voted. Thank you so much. Biafra, you know what? Biafra must stand. Nothing can change it. Believe you me. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. Biafra, we don't give up. We don't know how to give up. So, from Ebube, we go down to Edo State. Edo State also voted, and the votes were counted. And I say a big thank you to Edo State, Biafrans. God bless you. From there, we go down to my own very Enugu State. Enugu State. I am from Enugu State myself. I thank you people, Enugu people. You have done us proud as well, just like every other Biafran state. So they voted, and their votes were counted. I say, thank you so much, Enugu State. Love you guys. So we're going down to APS State. APS State as well voted, and their votes were counted. They don't want to, mess around. There was no double mind. They voted. So I thank you, APS State. From the bottom of my heart, we are home. And we're going down to Esan State. Esan State, they voted almost 100%. And the counties, they voted. Even with those few that said no, they are less majority. The winners are more in majority. So those are the ones that BMC were gonna click it down to Biafra. And we did it. We did it. Thank you, Esan State. So we're going down to Ezani State. Ezani State. Ezani voted almost 100. I am going to say a big thank you to Ezani State. Love you guys. Without you guys, we couldn't have gotten where we are today. It's something we had to do together. So from Ezani, we go to Eden Igoromigodo State. So either Igoromigodo State, those days are gone when they will come and try to tell us our story and try to divide us and try to tell us, no, you don't speak Igbo, you are not Biafran. You don't have to speak Igbo to be a Biafran. Biafra is never only Igbos. When they come to kill us, they're not going to ask you, speak your language first before I kill you. They all only look at you because we are different. No matter what you say, we are different. And they can see us. They know us. They can identify us, even in the dark. Because when you speak like a Biafran. When you walk like a Biafran. Your action is like a Biafran. So they identify you quickly than you identify them. So when they come to kill, it's easy for them. So Igoromigodo said, this time, you're not going to deceive us. We are Biafra. Remember, all these states, for those that doesn't know, and for those that would think, they were forced into it. Nobody was forced into it. All these people, they chose the name, they gather together, they say, we don't want to answer names that we don't understand. We don't want to answer names that we don't know where they come from or what they mean. We want to answer names that reflect us, that tells who we are, that speaks our language, and Idong is one of them. I thank you so much, Idong State, for your vote.
God bless you all.
Once again, I am just going to use this opportunity to apologize for my voice. Since we came here, it's been so much fun. I was sitting in the airplane, I couldn't relax because I just want to land, And I came here, the hugging, the faces, all the people you saw on the internet. That is our home internet. They say we are internet nation. That is we see each other, we meet, we party together on the internet. But when we hear Finland, we all prepare because we know we're going to see those faces. So I was still looking forward to see everybody. And when I see how it was like every day laughing, every day, screaming every day, and my voice came. But I hope you all can hear me. Thank you so much. So, we are in Igala State. Igala State, one thing this government want the people to know is that we want to bring the government to your doorstep. It's not that one you say, my minister is in Abuja. It's not going to happen in Biafra land. When you rule, you're going to stay close to your people. Your people are going to know you. You're going to speak to them. You're going to listen to them as well. So the governance is going to come close to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Igala State. They also voted. Thank you, Igala State. And we're going down to Ibani State. Ibani State, they also voted, just like every other Biafran state. So Ibani State, we love you guys. I say a big thank you to Ibani State. So from Ibani State, we are traveling down to Ika State. I know many of us here cannot go home, just like me. I cannot go home as well. Everybody waiting for Biafra to come. One day, we all gonna go home. The mass exodus will take place, and we're gonna go see all our states one by one. So, Ika State, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You voted. And we're going to go down to Ikemba State. You know, Ikemba. They did marvelously well, just like every of our states. And we say, thank you so much. It means a lot to Biafrans. Because you know what? When one Biafran votes and the other didn't vote, it's not supporting us. It's not bringing us closer to our freedom. So, but this time, we joined hands together and said, this time, we must do it. This is our last chance. And we did it. Thank you, Ikemba State! They struggled like the others. You know, their phone was stolen, taken from them, you know, voting the Nigerian terrorists in uniforms. They would check their phone and look for that our voter's card. And when they find it, you know what happened. I don't want to say. But it's okay, because we are home now. Ecom State, I say thank you so much. We are in Ikumisia. Ikumisia also, they did great. Ikumisia, I say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Ethan and I State voted as well. They made us proud. Ethan and I State, thank you so much. The Western States also did just like the others. We are Biafrans. When we live together. And when we stay together. You know, one thing I love about our people, you guys are so smart. Believe me. You guys are so smart. No one needs to tell you this is white and this is black. No one. No one needs to convince you that evil has, you know, after a while become good. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work like that with us. We maintain where we stand. And when we find truth, we die. That is who we are. And when we find lie, we all disappear. I thank you, the Western States, for your vote and the confidence in the government of the United States of Biafra. Thank you so much. Here we are in Iwuro State. They also voted just like us in other states. And their votes were also counted. I thank you so much, Iwuro State. Your votes made a difference. Thank you so much. And now we're coming down to Odumegu. I know who is going to jump now. Where is she? Odumegu State. They made us proud as well. You know? Odumegu State, I am going to say a very big thank you to you guys. We're traveling down to Obia State. Obia State, they did the needful. We call it the needful. It was needed because we needed to save more lives. So everybody was ready to vote because we now know guns and bullets cannot do it. The only thing that could do it is your vote. Because when you were voting, when everyone were voting, those that voted, it was a bullet to Nigeria. That's your one vote. You might think you just vote. No, but it was a bullet. So all of us that voted, we were all in the military with our guns. We all had different types of guns. You know, when you have your pen, it's your gun. You write. Those in space, those on social media, they carry their weapon day and night. Obia was one of that. They use their gun to separate themselves from the evil entity called Nigeria. No. Thank you so much, Obia State! We are going to Ogoja State. Ogoja State also did the needful. They made us proud. They said, we are brothers, we are sisters. If you go, I go. So Ogoja came. Thank you so much, Ogoja State. I want to hear you make some noise for Ogoja State. Thank you so much. And we are traveling down to Ahabuenyi State. Ahabuenyi State, they also made us proud. They said, I don't know, that word they say, Ayikomamiri or Wofufu. When we all pit together, when we all pit together in one bowl, in one bucket, we get the foam. It is a proverb. Okay? So for those that don't understand it, it is a proverb in our place. So when you join hands together, you are we are traveling down to Ohauku. You know, Ohauku. Ohauku means great people. Great people. I thank you so much, Ohauku State. We love you guys. You made us proud. And we're going down to Okigwe State. This particular state, a lot of blood was shed there. So much blood that I can't even imagine. It's unbelievable. We don't die. What do? We multiply. You can never kill us all. No way. You have to kill up to 100,000 people, 100 million people to erase us from the surface of the earth. And you and I know that it's not possible. It's impossible. We don't die. We can never be, wiped out from the surface of the earth. We will keep multiplying every day. Biafra is our home. And our home we're going to get. Thank you, Okigwe State. We are going down to Omambala State. Omambala State. They also did the needful. They say they are tired. They just want peace of mind. Even if they are poor, they just want a place they can sleep and close their eyes while they are sleeping. Not like sleeping but awake, They want a place, a nation, they can come. When they close their door and sleep, they wake up and open their door. Not like those brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers that went to sleep before they woke up. They didn't wake up. Their house was lit on fire. And that was the end. That's it. So in Nigeria, your tomorrow is never guaranteed. But they know in Biafra that tomorrow is guaranteed. That is why your Mambala voted. I say a big thank you to all Mambala states. We love you guys. We are in all states. All of us here knows what happened in Olu and still happening in Olu. In all these states is holy. You know, this state, there is something about it. You and I knows it. I am not going to say it here. Everybody knows it. But the enemy knows it. So, these states, they suffered so much. Believe you me. You know, the air bombardments in Olu, the fighter jets in Olu, the ammo tanks in Olu. What is in Olu? You know, the funny thing about all this bloodshed is that the enemies, they know us more than some of us knows who they are and where they come from. So when they do this thing, people ask, why? What is it? Why them? What is them? They have a target. And you know, the Fulani Caliphate, they don't know how to stop until you stop them. But in Olu, Olu is their dead zone. When they come, we crush them. We don't go look for them. They come to take us. But our duty is to wait for them to come. And when they come, we neutralize them. Olu State, I am going to use this opportunity and say to you, you are not alone. We are together in this. When it happens in Olu, it happens in all the states. When Olu is bleeding, we are all bleeding. When Olu is crying, we are all crying. Olu State, we made it. Thank you so much, Olu State.
Please take a sip of water because you said a lot of things concerning Olu. Exercise what you try to interpret what you just said, the statement of Olu people. Olu people just told them that our mumu don't do, say the mumu. We move. They don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is a scary name of Biafra. Olu love this name of Biafra. 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 Mosai Jaja blessed. Chukukika Biama blessed. Conscientiousness blessed. Olu, this is for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are traveling down to Owerri State. Up, watching your back, who is coming to shoot, but he still did it. Thank you so much, Owerri State. We are going down to Kwara State. Kwara State, you know, the Nigerian Caliphate, Islamic terrorist nation, they came and they divided us into pieces. And they called us names that we don't even know. This is the time the people say, we want to answer the name that reflects who we are. And I present to you Kwara State. Kwara people voted, and their votes were counted as well. And I'm saying thank you so much, Kwara State. We are traveling down to South Atlantic states. South Atlantic states, the people and their states, is that choice. You know, when you make a choice, you live with it, right? You choose the things that make you happy. So when you first of all start to answer a name that you don't know, that already puts you in a jail. Because it's not you. It's not you. And where we come from, we believe that our lives, our names reflect in our lives. That is why we answer all the names that we answer. You know, every of our name has a meaning. Most of them giving glory to God. So, South Atlantic states, your votes were counted as well. I am saying a big thank you to South Atlantic states. Thank you so much indeed. And here we come down to Irobo, Isoko State. I am gonna say me Irobo, Isoko State, they made their voice heard. And look at them, they were not left behind. I am gonna say thank you so much, Irobo, Isoko State. We love you guys, really. We love you guys. That's my last presentation. And I'm going to thank everyone, every state that voted. Even those that didn't vote, we understand. When you're going to come down to Biafra land, you're going to cry. You're going to regret why you didn't vote. Your children are going to ask you, Papa, did you vote? You're going to say no. Mama, did you vote? You're going to say no. And they're going to ask you why. You're going to say no. They're going to call you what? A coward. They're going to call you a coward because you let your people die. You watched them die. You didn't do nothing. You don't have to carry a gun. You just have to cast your vote. You disappointed them. Shame on them. And for those that voted, I say, may God bless you immensely. May Chukwuokikajama never depart from you and your family. Thank you so much.
Otherwise, I mean, in simple terms, referendum is the voice of everyone. Real freedom. We must be the non-deal and Simon. They don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is the scary name of Biafra. We love this very name of Biafra. Osai blessed. Chukwuokikajama blessed. Consensus blessed. Biafra.
Wow. We thank Honorable Obi running through 40 states. Not easy. That's why I didn't do it. I just took the easy path. All the data crunching that she did, I don't know if I saw anything, around 70%. Biafrans went out en masse to vote. And we'll see the videos. So, we believe that the reason we voted massively for Biafra and almost nothing for Nigeria is because even those of us not at home, we know what Fulani is doing back home. What a Fulani is doing what they are doing?
Yeah. Can you hear me? I just have somebody said kill him. They're killing in Benue every day. Niger State and Plateau State every day. The whole of Middle Belt State every day. So our moo don't do. Say we move, but now we move. They don't want to hear the name.
Biafra.
For them it's a scary name.
Biafra.
We love this very name.
Biafra.
Most High Jaja bless.
Biafra.
Chukwuoki Kabiama bless.
Biafra.
Conscience of death bless.
Biafra.
Yes.
Now.
And he actually summarized it. Biafran said, our mumu don't do. They kept telling us, pray for Nigeria, it will be fine. I started hearing that, and I'm over 50. I started hearing that. Pray, it will be fine. Yes, we've been praying. And then, MAZI NNAMDI came and said, wipe off this thing on your eyes so you can see. Open your ears so you can hear. We listen. Our PM came. He continued. And then he brought a solution. And Biafran said, our mumu don't do. We don't want Nigeria anymore. And then when you look at the data, it's really amazing. Because globally, people under 18 years of age are estimated to be around 21, 25% of the entire population, whereas the adults are around 75% of that population. We know Nigeria doesn't have a reliable census. They don't know how many people are in Nigeria, but they know how many cows. Every cow has a number and a name. And because we were under Nigeria, we were suffering the same fate. But we have an estimate. So then, based on that estimate, we believe that Biafra is about 80 million people. And in this referendum process, about 50 million people voted. That is about 63% of Biafrans who said, we want to go home. Who said, our mumu don't do. Who said, no to Nigeria. About 37% of the people did not vote. If we take the global trend, maybe about 9% or so may be people under 18. The rest of them may be people that didn't hear, were afraid, or just didn't know how to. So the die is cast. The outcome of this Biafra self-referendum will eventually, in our lives, be the most consequential ballot anyone that voted must have casted. Even if you say, once Biafra is restored, I don't want to vote, you've casted your most important vote. Be proud of yourself. This outcome a great thanks to our Onyendu. Our PM, all respect to him. All the electoral officers, some of you are in here. Kudos to you. The citizens, all of us, but especially Biafrans at home. We thank you. This couldn't have been possible without Biafrans at home. We will see the video. Although we are talking about this quantitative referendum, we say quantitative referendum because we have these numbers to crunch. We also have the qualitative referendum. Do you remember our Monday sit at home? Today is Monday. Today, a day of referendum back home. We've been sitting at home for over 170-something days. That is referendum. That will also be analyzed this way. We didn't just do that because we just wanted to talk about the quantitative referendum. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank all of you. At this juncture, we'll be talking about voting. In your convention bag, you must have this. If you have yours, raise it up. Okay, it's okay. Just don't panic. If you have yours, raise it up. If you don't have, you only vote once. Remember the rule. One person, one vote. Right? We do the right things all the time. One person, one vote. If you don't have yours and you have your convention back.
Evet, bu benim kişisel helikopter transferini sıradan taksi yolculuğundan tercih ederim. Ve mesele sadece iş değil, arkadaşlarımı ve ailemi daha sık görmek.
And all the no, it's up to you. You vote your conscience. Alright? And we will collect all these. This is called ratification of our referendum. Alright?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion.
Another thing, if you do not have this and you have internet connection, we will deploy an electronic form to the attendee platform. So you can either vote with this or vote electronically. You all remember how you also voted before. We will send out a link that you can use to vote electronically. If you vote electronically, don't use the paper. If you use the paper, don't vote electronically. All right?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the... want to reinforce this very fact that the curse that I placed upon United Kingdom, a people that I revere and I love very much, people that I hold their citizenship and have sworn allegiance to, and will continue to defend their interest, genuine interest, of course, because I am an Anglophile at heart. That very Britain today, it is not up to 7 days that I made that statement live here on air. The leader of the Welsh people have come out to make a categorical statement that Britain no longer exists in their own thinking. This is what I want to guide the thinking of all our people. I want it to guide our understanding of what is happening in the zoo and to understand also the spiritual dimension. Boko Haram in the army, terrorists, they stop the people from farming, terrorists, Abu Bakr al-Army, terrorists, mainstream media swarming, terrorists. Now we have more sellers than buyers, information minister, lawyer, Mr. Lai Mohammed and lawyer. The truth is Biafra's fire, they don't want to hear the name. For them is a scary name. But we love this very name. Bia. Mosai Jaja bless Bia. Chukwuki Kabiaba bless Bia. Conscience bless Bia. They can come into Biafra land to run them out of Ududu land to run them, one and run them out now. Run them out now. Yeah. Divide the nation. Playing their bloody games again. Biafra with the AU on the same. What a shame. Such a pain. NNAMDI KANU say, it goes away. Black people want why say Biafra. Marcus never way. Biafra. They don't want to hear the name. For them is a scary name. We love this very name. Somebody help me.
As you are casting your votes, it's lunchtime. We can multitask. You can log on to the link and cast, or fill this in, or collect your ballot to cast your vote. But lunch will okay.
According to Mark Drakeford, who is the leader of the West in the UK, and I quote, the United Kingdom is over, he said. UK, as I told you a few days ago, that anybody who has a hand or who is trying to keep Nigeria together, their kingdom or their entity will disintegrate. So these are the things that I want you to understand this very evening, that Nigeria has expired. The wrath of Almighty God is upon Nigeria. Look at Tinubu, for example, what the Yoruba lives of Bishop Coker is there preaching unity that he knows doesn't exist. Because Britain is directly involved in trying to keep together what God Almighty has rendered asunder. That is the reason why Mark Drakeford has come out to say that United Kingdom is over. He's a very heavyweight politician in the UK, the leader of the Welsh people. He is the first minister of the Welsh people. Wales, of course, in the UK is a principality. And mind you, Prince Charles is supposed to be the Prince of Wales, or should I say, the titular head of the government of Wales people. But here we have Mark Drakeford saying it categorically that Britain is over. And I want Britain. If you continue to meddle in the affairs of Nigeria to the extent whereby you are presenting a stumbling block to the emancipation of the children of God, the children of light, United Kingdom will be decimated. Because you're very proud and very arrogant, because you think that you're Caucasian, you're white, you can do anything and get away with it. You may think that the division of the UK has nothing to do with Biafra, but I can assure you categorically that it has. If you do not stop meddling in Nigeria, if you do not stop this your, should I say, perverted, racist devotion to keeping people who shouldn't be one together in one monstrous entity called the Islamic Republic of Nigeria. Believe you me, God Almighty in heaven will destroy Britain beyond recognition. And it started to happen already. It is happening already. I warned you and I told you, you may disregard the agitation for Biafra and tag it as nothing. Because you came, you saw, you conquered, and you colonized. But I'm warning you today, if you continue, the wrath of God will be upon you. As I warned this you many, many years ago, if you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that's Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of disruption. And there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond. Because Almighty determined that we should come. And we have come to preach this very gospel in truth and in every honesty. And I want Britain to understand this today. If you stand as an obstacle on the path of Biafra freedom, you will be destroyed. The same way late that we had because we are here, or should I say, Chibukikabiyam are determined that we should come. And nothing, absolutely nothing, is going to stop us from performing the will of the Almighty. Today, I can tell you categorically that in the United Kingdom, the First Minister of Wales, part and parcel of this United Kingdom that colonized, enslaved, subjugated, and still colonizing the zoo called Nigeria till today, a part of Britain have now said that they're going to divide. They will leave. Scotland will leave. Wales will leave. Northern Ireland will join the Irish Republic. And you only have the Little England at last. And when all these things are happening to them because of their pride and ego, they will not acknowledge that the work they did against the throne of God in Biafra land is what is responsible for their demise as a once great nation, or a once great people. They are also on the path of decline, and nothing can reverse it unless they stop meddling in the affairs of Biafra. The United Kingdom is over, and a new union should be crafted to reflect a voluntary association of four nations. In other words, Britain will no longer exist. You have England, you have Wales, you have Scotland, and you have Northern Ireland. The reason for that is because they meddled in the affairs of the kingdom of God. And why we do what we do. My name is NNAMDI. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chibukikabiyam Apremihenin, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. Forces of hate, the forces of retrogression, the forces of iniquity prevailed, especially with the help of their journalists and their media houses. But this time around, we must prepare ourselves. But before we do so, we must ask this very important question. Are we all prepared for this very change that is about to come? Are we mentally tough enough to withstand all the garbage that will be thrown at us? Are you strong enough to jettison every emotional consideration that has to do with tribe, ethnicity, or religion? Once we are, everybody knows that Nigeria is a scam, a very big one at that. Nigeria is an extreme. Everybody understands this very fact that Buhari is not.
They never knew there was another dimension to it. That these terrorists that they all created will come back to consume them. And that is what is happening today. It is the spillover of their same, should I say, terror effect that we are feeling right across the South. That was why we said with the launch of ESN that we cannot allow that nonsense to continue. They know they are not going to make any headway in the East. They have turned their attention to the West. They are possibly occupying their land and telling them that they cannot do anything about it. A whole presidency in a country openly and brazenly support. They have said that Benue State is theirs for the taking as a spoil of war. All of you are aware of it. You know what they are doing. Anywhere you have Fulani headsmen, terrorists for that matter, they tell you, oh, they are pastoralists. They are allowed to do their businesses in the forest. All of you are aware of it. But you kept quiet, hoping that somehow Tinubu will emerge as the president, or an Igbo man will come as the president, and your family will start enjoying. But in the meantime, you have no more farmlands, you have no more forests, you have nowhere you can call your own home. The same stupidity exhibited by Hausa peasants that enabled Fulani to take Sokoto from them, that enabled Fulani to take Katsina from them, that enabled Fulani to take even KANU from them. Every Hausa land is occupied either by a Fulani emir or a Fulani governor. Some of you don't want to reason, you don't ever learn that the main aim of Fulani is to conquer your land and enslave you. Look at Hausa people today. As I wrote yesterday, they are worse than a discarded tissue paper. They are worse than nothing. Only their language is what is relevant in their lives. Everything else is lost. So all of you are repeating the exact same mistakes that the Hausas made. That is why they are in trouble. And that is why they can never ever come out of it. They are all suffering from what I would an advanced version of the Stockholm Syndrome. Can you imagine that these people came into their land and cannot do anything about it? Hausa is gone. It took Fulani very many years before they came out of their shell to say we are Fulani. Remember before, many years ago, they said we are Hausa Fulani. We are Hausa Fulani. Because that time, their subjugation of the Hausa race hasn't been completed. Now they have completed it. Have they not completed it? That's what is happening right now. I ask you what is happening now. Fulani have now come out to tell you we are Fulani people. Is that not what they are saying now? They are not telling you we are Fulani. No more Hausa Fulani. What does that tell you? That the Hausa race no longer exists. Do you want the same thing to happen to you? Do you want the same thing to happen to your families, to your villages? Do you want your towns, let's say, Ogomosho, to be renamed into your Fulani name? Do you want Onisha to answer a Fulani name? Forget all the nonsense about unity of Nigeria. All they are uniting against is your common interest. Unless you prefer epileptic power supply, unless you prefer to live your whole life without running water, unless you want to live in abject poverty and deprivation, your only alternative is a revolution. Let nobody discourage you. All the countries of the world doing very, very well. They all went through a revolution. You must go through it. If you don't go through it, you can never ever survive as a people. Somebody will take you over. As simple as that. This very day, we are making it known to the whole world that the Muslim extremist dictatorship masquerading as a secular democratic government must be demolished. It must be demolished for you to survive. They have to be demolished. If you do not demolish them, your lives will end very, very miserably. I assure you. I assure you. The zoo is on its knees. Everybody knows that the zoo called Nigeria is on its knees. Who doesn't know that? Everybody. Nothing is functioning. You are all aware of it. When they say go and register for name or whatever rubbish is called, all of you took down. Without legislation, without any laws, Fulani can control you however they like. Once they announce it, Yoruba newspapers very foolishly and stupidly will support them because they want you to be as the president. And dying every blessed day. You are all dying every day. And you people reason up to say that what is happening in Nigeria is bad. There is no way that Pastor Eddie's daughter will not be alive today. That is the price you pay for duplicity. That is the price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say, enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forest, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war, and you are panicking. And you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying something about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know, they understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Do you know why Borno State is still alive? Why you still have the KANU people in Borno today? Was because they resisted the Fulani centuries ago. You have to go back to history to understand how Nigeria came into existence. Fulani has been expanding from day one, from Senegambia. All the way from Senegambia, they've been expanding, and now they are in Otigwe. All the way from Senegambia. They are now in Otigwe. And you're asking us to somehow fold our hands and keep quiet because of 2023, because what idiot is going to come? That nonsensical notion we should fold our hands and wait until we are overrun by the giants from the Sahel. Is that how reasonable people think? Is that how people that wish to survive as a race, is that how they reason? It is very, very shocking that some of you do not understand what the Fulanis have in store for you. Very, very soon it is going to happen. And when it happens, your eyes will clear. And above all, you will see it very clearly. I was warning you in 2014, 2015, 2016. They said he's a warmonger. He's a warmongering. I went to America and I told World War Congress that this war you are boarding is going to come to your villages. They said, no, it's not going to happen. What is happening today? When Yoruba was supporting this, did I not warn them that this evil you're supporting will consume you? They never listened. They never wanted to listen. IPOB is a terrorist group. You're trying to divide Nigeria. But Nigeria is not. People you are calling bandits, have you heard anybody come out to say, please, Buhari, since presidency is there defending terrorists in the forest, why don't you proscribe them? No, you cannot proscribe the Fulani group. Never. And all of you are supporting evil. When there is a proscribed IPOB, proscribed under siege, and the Fulani will take it. It doesn't take time. So I am here today to encourage them that they must stand tall and be very strong. Reasoned. That is what Fulani does. They control the media. They have well-paid consultants all over the world doing their bidding for them. They have that woman at UN trying to lobby the world that everything is okay in the zoo called Nigeria. But you and I know that the zoo is not okay. You and I know the game plan of the Fulani. And what are you doing about it? Nothing. Every day you read, you lament, you complain. Every day you read, you lament. That's all you do. That is all you do. You read, you lament, you complain, you do nothing about it. Your lives are being taken away from you. Your forests are being occupied. Your mothers are being raped. Your daughters are